Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market, many interest stories to tell you, always here together to enter into the stories, into the future of some players, into what happened this summer, and so let's jump into it together. And here we are guys, preparing always for the future, but always telling you about the transfer market, about all the latest. And so let me start this video by mentioning the situation of Rodrygo Goes, because in the recent hours, in the recent days, Rodrygo Goes spent some time on social media sending messages to Real Madrid fans, beautiful messages. Historia por sera, por la 16ª, all these messages saying history to make here at Real Madrid, let's go for one more Champions League title. So Rodrygo is sending love messages to Real Madrid. Why? Because the story of Rodrygo this summer has been quite intense. The interest from Manchester City was very strong, very real, very concrete. Manchester City wanted to go for Rodrygo, but only in case of exit for Savinho. This was a financial decision. If Savinho went to Tottenham, in that case, Rodrygo had concrete chances to go to Manchester City. Well, concrete depends on Real Madrid, because Man City never made an official bid to Real Madrid. So it was always an internal conversation they had at Manchester City. But in all the internal conversations, the name mentioned by Pep Guardiola, in case Man City was going to add one more player up front, was Rodrygo Goes. So this was the desire of the coach, and this was the internal discussion. Then nothing happened with Savinho, because Man City didn't want to sell the player. They decided against that, despite more than 70 million euros on the table from Tottenham. And Rodrygo never opened the doors to an exit. So that deal of Rodrygo was a desire of Manchester City, but never started as a concrete negotiation with the player, who always confirmed his intention to be very happy at Real Madrid, to compete at Real Madrid, to try to convince Xabi Alonso, and also the club. From what I heard, Real Madrid made clear to intermediaries that to get Rodrygo, it was never going to be less than 100 million euros and probably something around 120. So that's the story around Rodrygo Goes, and that's why nothing happened there, and Rodrygo is more than happy to stay at Real Madrid. More than happy to stay at Barcelona is Fermin Lopez. Why? Because Fermin Lopez has made a clear decision to continue at Barca. He also spoke to Mundo Deportivo in the recent hours and made clear that he never wanted to leave. He's under contract in 2029. He said, I'm more than happy to respect my contract, to stay here. I love Barcelona since I was 12 years old. Well, Chelsea sent a bid for 40 million euros for Fermin Lopez because they had the feeling they could tempt the player. Maybe so many players at Barcelona, maybe the financial situation. Chelsea wanted to try. So Fermin Lopez has an opportunity. Chelsea didn't technically need the player in that position, but they saw an opportunity in Fermin Lopez. And so the bid was something like, okay, if there is a chance to go for this boy, we are more than happy to get the deal done on deadline day. Otherwise, good luck. But what I can add to you today is that Fermin Lopez will stay in the list of Chelsea for the future. He's a player who was already in the list 1 year ago, remained on the list this summer, and will be in the list in the future. So I think Fermin and Chelsea is a link that will remain in the future. But this will always be down to the player, because Fermin is more than happy at Barcelona. Fermin believes Barcelona is the best club in the world. Fermin is in love with everything about Barcelona, and so it's not going to be easy to find an agreement with the boy. But Chelsea wanted to try, wanted to tempt them. It was not the case also with Barcelona, because Barcelona were never going to accept 40 million euros for Fermin. Sources from Barcelona were indicating always, we don't want to sell. Always, we don't have an indication from the player that he wants to leave the club. And also always, 40 million euros, forget about that. We want around double, more than double eventually for Fermin Lopez, but we don't want to sell. So I think this Fermin Lopez-Chelsea was always a difficult deal, but they tried. And this is showing that the interest will remain in the boy. Then guys, we have to mention something also on Manchester United. Something about Jadon Sancho. I think it's important to clarify the operation Jadon Sancho with Aston Villa, because Manchester United will cover 20% of the salary of Jadon Sancho. 20% of the net salary of Jadon Sancho. And Aston Villa will cover 80%. So Manchester United save important money. Sancho is on a big salary at Manchester United. And so for them, in terms of financial fair play, this means saving big salary. Obviously, their preference was to sell the player in Italy, where clubs were prepared to pay 20 million pounds. But they never, in Italy, had any door open by Jadon Sancho. Sancho never said yes to Italian clubs, despite the reports. And so this is why Man United, at the end, accepted a loan for Sancho. They had 20 million pounds on the table, and they were prepared to say yes. But the player said no to Saudi, no to Turkey, to Besiktas in this case, and also When Italian clubs arrived, it was okay for Man United, but never for Sancho. So, going to Aston Villa with this special salary share, also Manchester United will have some bonuses linked to the performances of Jadon Sancho, to the performances of Aston Villa. So Man United can also generate some money, apart from the loan fee, for Jadon Sancho, and so they are quite satisfied with the operation. Of course, it's not easy to manage this kind of players. Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho, when these players are out of the project and you need to find a solution, and the whole world knows that they are out of the project, you know, it's never easy to go and find a permanent transfer solution. Man United did their best, and so Jadon Sancho also happy to go to Aston Villa, which is a club that also helped Marcus Rashford find his best form again in February, March, April and May, and so they hope to do the same with Jadon Sancho, and Jadon really hopes the same also. Sancho spoke to Marcus Rashford about that possibility, and so this is showing how Man United and Villa built the operation Jadon Sancho. What I can guarantee to you today is also that between Sancho and Manchester United is completely over for present and future. Nothing will happen anymore. It's over. They already said the goodbyes. So Sancho, Man United, forget about that. It's different with Kobbie Mainoo. It's different with Kobbie Mainoo because for Kobbie Mainoo we spent a difficult and, let's say, complicated 6-7 days to handle. Because Kobbie Mainoo, after the Fulham game, went directly to Ruben Amorim and to the club together with his agent to say, I'm not happy. I'm not happy because here I don't play. I can guarantee, guys, this is a really important point. Kobbie Mainoo loves Manchester United. Kobbie Mainoo is very happy at Manchester United, but he's not happy about the game time. And Man United don't have European football. Man United don't have the League Cup. Man United only play in Premier League, at least until January, February. And so Kobbie Mainoo doesn't play in this moment. And so this is why Kobbie was not happy about the situation. This is why Kobbie decided to ask to go on loan. He never asked to go on a permanent. There were rumors, Napoli permanent deal, £50 million, never been a possibility, a permanent transfer, either for Man United and Kobbie Mainoo. But the player wanted to go on loan. It was a priority for Kobbie Mainoo to go on loan. Man United said no. Man United internally decided, from what I'm told, also with Sir Jim Ratcliffe involved, also with the owner involved, that they couldn't sell Kobbie Mainoo. So this was a decision made with all the people involved, directors, CEO, coach, and owner. We can't let Kobbie Mainoo go. So this was the position. Now I think we have some interesting months ahead, because if Kobbie Mainoo will play, the situation will be okay. If Kobbie Mainoo will stay on the bench, you know, I think in January this could be a topic again. So let's follow the situation of Kobbie Mainoo. Let's see what's going to happen, but for sure now is the pitch having the final say on the future of Kobbie Mainoo and Manchester United. For sure an interesting situation to watch, and for sure the player wants to play. It's about his development, he's very young, World Cup is coming and Kobbie Mainoo wants to be there. He wants to improve also. It's not just about play the World Cup, it's also about Man United and the player's career. So this is the desire of Kobbie Mainoo. We will see how it goes. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all the stories from Kobbie Mainoo to Fermin, Lopez, Rodrygo Goes, Jadon Sancho and all the rest. I wait, guys, for your opinion here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio.